This is another one of those videos I've pulled out of the hard drive. It's from a number of years ago, and you'll probably recognise the farm from the last feral pigeon video that I did. I always intended to go back to this place again, but since it was quite a drive from home, I haven't really got round to it yet. Again, I'm using my Sandwell Fieldsports custom BSA Super 10 in .22 caliber, running at about 15 to 16 foot-pounds of energy, which I have on my FAC. Now, this again was before I had it blueprinted and shortened by John Bowkett. I'm not sure what pellet I was running at the time. It might have been either the Vira or H&N Field Target Trophies. Now, I don't really consider shooting feral pigeons as sport. I just see it as a necessary exercise, because these birds roost in the shed, they nest in the shed, they dung all over the bars, they dung in the feed that the cattle are eating. It's basically causing an absolute health hazard for the cattle and for anybody working in the shed at the time as well. But you have to be selective about the targets you take as well. Like this bird, for instance, with a perspex skylight directly behind it. That's definitely not a shot you want to be taking. Try and look for birds with something solid behind them, like the wooden beams or the steel girders. Now, the birds won't always sit in the perfect spot for you, so if you're worried about putting holes in the corrugated tin, ask the farmer if he has an off-cutting that you can take a few test shots at from about 15 to 20 yards to see if you're going to put a hole in it or not. Usually the lower powered air rifles will be okay and only dent it, but the 30 foot-pound guns, I can almost guarantee you, will put holes through it. I usually go for hard shots in an effort to try and slow the pellet down as much as possible before it passes through. If you're shooting at relatively short ranges, you could look at using flathead or hollow point pellets to try and get as much knockdown power as possible. But this shed is quite big, and I'm taking some of these shots at 25 to 30 yards, so I want accuracy over knockdown power. But the average domed head pellet seems to be knocking them over rightly for me, when you remember the load of magazine that is. You can see how much dung there is sitting on the bars. Some of them you'd almost think were painted white at first glance. Someone's excited to see me. There's one good thing about shooting inside a shed like this. There's always plenty of places you can rest the rifle for a steady shot. Taking heart shots like this usually drops the bird clean on the spot, but you'll always get the one or two that flies a short distance before dropping. You'll find shooting in sheds like this, you'll always get birds that are very hard to see up in wee dark corners. That'll have to do to another day. At the end of the day, tidy up after yourself. The farmer will appreciate it. But whatever you do, be very careful about climbing into pens with livestock, because you never know what they're going to do. They might panic and hurt you or hurt themselves. Remember what I said about testing your air rifle on a piece of scrap tin? Well, this is proof of concept. Yes, I understand the grass might have helped absorb some of the energy, but still, my gun's 15 foot-pounds and I was only about 10-11 yards away, and no penetration. Plenty of good dents, but no pellets went through. Though I came pretty close to banjaxing myself. I don't get to shoot feral pigeons too often, but it really does suit the lower powered air rifles. And you never know, maybe someday I'll get myself organised and go back to see if I can shoot any more.